Bulunaka, do you know that cybercrime is becoming a growing problem in Fiji?
Cybercrime is defined as a crime in which a computer is the object of the crime, such as hacking and spamming.
Cybercrime is also cyberbullying and using fake profiles to cause panic and spreading false news.
If you're involved in this or know anyone who's committing these crimes, report them immediately.
I'm Polly.
And I'm Peter.
We host the Traffic Jam Show on City FM.
From 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. every weekday.
Do the right thing.
Yandravanaka, Fiji. In this bulletin, new improved market for Nasinu vendors. Education Ministry remains confident. And WG PLAZA developers to fulfill new requirements.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Smith.
Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama says as the economy modernizes, so should the markets. Bainimarama says many of the informal roadside vendors within municipal boundaries are operating on road reserves or other municipal properties, or even the property of private individuals. He says by operating in an illegal manner, these vendors are left without predictability or stability. The Prime Minister says new markets and mini markets are being built in the municipal areas to bring vendors out of informal roadside stalls and into safe and functional marketplaces.
At times, vendors have had to sleep in their own stalls just to keep their goods and produce from being stolen. They are often unsanitary and unsightly. They do not represent how anyone ought to be going about their business in a modern economy.
The government funded $7.2 million for the Nasinu Langere market, which contains 459 vendor stalls, 12 kiosks and 3 mini restaurants. Bainimarama says the area also comes with ample room to expand parking in the future. The Education Ministry says it is confident of completing all school syllabus for this year, should schools be given the go-ahead to open next month. Schools have been closed since March due to COVID-19, but a decision on whether schools resume on June 15th is expected this week. Minister for Education Rosie Akbar says all the plans for the new few months is dependent on the announcement by the Prime Minister, keeping in mind the safety of students and teachers. Faria Begum has more.
The Education Ministry is waiting for an all clear from the Ministry of Health.
We will have to await the decision from the Health Ministry to whether we should open schools or not.
Akbar says the resumption of classes depends on a number of factors.
You have to understand that there will be issues with social distancing. Obviously, we have boarding schools. We'll have issues with students traveling in buses to schools. We'll have to look at those classrooms that have more than 30 or 40 children. So those are the ground realities that we are looking at.
The minister also explained that once schools open, they will complete all the syllabus.
We think that we will be able to normally complete this year and complete all the syllabus for our progressive transition into 2020. But that all depends on whether we open on June 30th or not.
Students all over the country have been on holiday since the 23rd of March following the confirmation of Fiji's first COVID-19 case. Faria Begum, FBC News.
Ensuring sugarcane farmers are better assisted before the next crushing season begins is the #1 priority for the sugar industry. Permanent Secretary Yogesh Karan says with the new crushing season to begin in June, they have pushed up the 4th cane payment to be issued this week. The Sugar Industry Tribunal has certified that more than $95,600,000 will be paid out. He says this funding support will enable sugarcane farmers to better prepare, and with the Lambasa mill to open crushing on the 10th of June, followed by Rarawai mill on the 23rd and Lautoka mill on the 24th.
Primarily the reason that I want this payment done by Friday so that the farmers get enough time to prepare for the harvesting season. They have to repair their tractors, their trucks and other equipment to be able to harvest as expected.
The developers of the WG Friendship Plaza in Suva have been ordered to make the steel fire retardant. The Suva City Council, along with 2 other senior officials from the Fiji Institute of Engineers, had a discussion with the developers as the quality of materials used remains a concern. Kritika Kumar reports.
A stop work order is in place for this multi-million-dollar building as the City Council awaits submissions from the developers.
There is a stop work notice. They cannot proceed with it unless and until they provide this particular plan. I think the key factor is the quality of steel being used.
Kumar reveals the building's plan does not clearly state the exit or other mechanisms that will be used for evacuation in case of a fire.
This will require painting of the steels and so forth, because we can already see the rust on the steel. So they need to fix all that before they can continue building that building.
Vijay Krishnan, who is the engineer working with the developer, says the current structure has a fire rating of 1, which they are going to extend.
But we intend to put a three-hour fire rating on those columns by way of sprayed-on vermiculite, which is a standard product. So currently it's being sourced out of China.
Krishnan says in their meeting, the City Council also highlighted other issues, which includes car parking space, and this remains a challenge for them. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
Backyard gardening is now popular activity as more people are opting to switch to providing for themselves to cushion the impacts of the coronavirus pandemic. The Fiji Seed Sharing Network on Facebook is connecting farmers and new farmers who are helping each other get seeds and at the same time are giving tips on backyard farming. Page admin Vikash Kumar says because of his farming experience, he left his day job and turned to backyard gardening.
It started very slow, it started with people I knew, farmers I knew, and then slowly, I think after this COVID and everyone wanting to get into backyard farming, they really picked up because I think people are now looking for planting materials to plant.
The South Pacific Tourism Organisation has launched the SPTO COVID-19 recovery strategy aimed at helping Fiji and other Pacific countries. The strategy will provide direction and guidance to all SPTO members. Chief Executive Christopher Cocker says as a living document, the strategy will evolve alongside the global developments in order to ensure relevance in this unprecedented situation. The strategy provides an overview of the global situation and expected future trends, while also addressing the current and expected challenges of the Pacific private sector, overall risks, immediate needs, and recovery options. The Philippines has one of the toughest and the most lethal lockdowns in the world. Anyone caught violating quarantine risk being shot, and restrictions have been extended further until the end of the month. Coming up after the break, Mbotito anticipates next move, and Suretslev works with district coaches to uplift football.
Oira na ngone no de nuni enda be singe ni mataka.
Mersi sunge da ken loma dina kilo be karon.
Sakena ngau na mitaro bina na baksa ngai ka wala loma takina ngone. Dalabina oya o meliki.
Bulre oya o Samuel Samuli.
Nama kikira enda be mataka.
Boniti kina magrombuka.
Ni wai tiri kalima na miniti me ono kina tiri na kaloko. Ena radio Fiji 1 na ndomo ibiti.
Indaw kina na mataka. Dan ramay na singabo.
Fiji Airways national men's sevens rover Vilimoni Mbotito is anticipating his next move following talks of a potential signing to a French top 14 club. The 22-year-old says he will grab the opportunity with both hands if the agreement comes through. Turning to farming as a means of staying fit, the Nandi lad is hoping things will work out for the best.
If the agreement comes through, I will gladly accept it because I have my family to look after.
Fiji football national head coach Fleming Suretslev is working with district coaches in his bid to lift the standard of football in Fiji. The 70-year-old has been hosting a national coaching workshop around the country. Now the Danish national believes improving his relationship with the district coaches is top priority.
Only together we can make Fiji football better, and it's really, for me, important that I have a good cooperation with the coaches. So not only about the topics that we have taken up here is important, but it's also important for me to learn the coaches, to know, to have this good cooperation with them in future.
Taking a look at today's weather, it's going to be a cool Thursday around the country with cloud covers expecting to linger throughout the day. Just like yesterday, you can expect some light showers later in the afternoon, especially in the northern and eastern divisions. So make sure to take a brolly with you if you're going out. And that is UFBC Morning News. Join us at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. Remember, in times of crisis, you need factual news that you can trust. Stop believing fake news about the COVID-19 on social media. Fight misinformation by getting only the facts about the coronavirus from verified news sources like FBC's TV, radio and digital media news. www.fbcnews.com.fj. Keeping Fijians connected with the truth.
हमारे खूबसूरत देश फिजी में चाइल्ड अब्यूज की घटनाएं आए दिन बढ़ रही हैं।
क्यों बच्चों का मासूम बचपन अब्यूज का शिकार हो जाता है?
अपने बच्चों की सुरक्षा का खास ख्याल रखें।
उनसे बातचीत करें, उनके दोस्तों के बारे में जानें।
आज के बच्चे देश का भविष्य है। मैं दीप्ति
और मैं मोनिश,
आपके हमसफर। शामिल हो जाए हमारे साथ मंडे टू फ्राइडे
5:45 AM से 10 AM तक
रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन पर।